What is up, guys? I'm back here again with another one, and in this video I'm going to be talking about this current trade that we are on this our jump 10 index. Do you remember when I told you that there are two reasons that I'm going to take this trade to sell this market last month when I analyzed this market? I told you that there might be a reason for me to take a counter trend line trade break once it break that counter trend line to the upside, and also if that on that supply and demand zone up, or I take it from the trend line that was up at the upside there, that was coming from a very third touch point of a weekly trend line. And that was what I did. I took this trade on a 30 minutes time frame, and I was able to make a lot of money on the trade. However, the markets reversed. I actually have two accounts that I was taking this trade from. The first one, I've closed it actually at yeah, around 93,626 or so. That was where I closed the first account trade, because I was managing two accounts with me at the time. So at this time, so I closed the first one, and the reason why I closed the first one was not because I was afraid, because I was able to hold this trade for over 80 days. The reason why I closed this trade is because, number one, if you realize what we are seeing here, you can see that this market on a weekly time frame, this market is kind of, should we say, bullish at the moment. However, it's still in a downtrend. But the reason why it's kind of bullish is because we are saying that this market is making a chart pattern, which is a double bottom on a weekly time frame, which it broke this place, it broke this zone here and moved to the upside, and it came back to retest it, giving us a bullish engulfing candle on a weekly time frame, and started to move up, and it came back again, gave us another bullish engulfing candle for us to see there is a reason for us to move to the upside. However, it got to this trend line touch of the weekly time frame, which is the third touch. So the market is quite bullish at the moment, and that was the reason why I closed that trade. Why? I just took out my Fibonacci, which I barely use actually, unless maybe I'm just trying to look for confluence, or I'm trying to take TP when I see that the market is making some crazy moves that I do not understand or I do not like. So looking at this Fibonacci for the move to the upside, as you can see, we are already at our VIP zone, which is our catch-up zone, and that is our 50 and 61.8%. And as you can see, the reason why I closed it at around that side was that if you look at the first bullish candle at that downside, I see that the market price rejected it below that 50%. So that day I did not close actually. But as soon as I saw the second day closed, which the price closed above that 50% retracement of the Fibonacci, that was where I closed. I immediately closed because I set alarm to the time zone that next day candle is going to start, and that was where I closed. Why? Because there is probability that the market might start moving up to the upside and continue the uptrend. However, I still think that this market might even go down, because looking at a weekly time frame, we can see that the market closed with a bearish engulfing candle, indicating or telling me that this market, the next probably 2 weeks, which is this week that we are at the moment, that this market might continue its move to the downside. However, one thing I know is that my parents are not the owner or the ones who develop this market. So if I have the opportunity to take my TP, I shouldn't hesitate. And also, it's a taboo for you to be in a good amount of profit and also go back to lose all those money back. So that is a bad thing. So the best thing is for you to take something as small as it could be, take it and leave the market. And that was what I did on a daily time frame. When I saw that the market was reversing and closed above my 50% retracement, that was when I closed this trade. And at the moment, as you can see on the daily time frame, though we still have like 18 hours left before the day close, we are already seeing like more of a bearish engulfing candle at the moment. And the reason why I think I'm seeing that bearish engulfing candle is because if I go to my 4 hours time frame, I could see that this market is probably reversing or making reaction with this small zone on the 4 hour time frame. That's the reason why we are seeing some kind of reaction, which is actually nice. So if the market decides to continue its downtrend, I will definitely make money. And also, if it continues to the upside, where I will close this trade is if this market or a candle close above this downward trend line that has been protecting me. If the candle close with a body full above this downtrend trend line, I'm going to close this trade. However, I've secured a profit in the first account. So this account is one that I'm using to satisfy my curiosity as to why this market should go down. So that's all I have for you guys. If you like a video, kindly share, subscribe, and also share and also like the video. This is what I have for you. Thank you. Peace out. Until next time.